Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, where we talk about music, records, do record reviews, interviews, and much more. Today is, once again, that day the Acoustic Sounds box has showed up at my door, and we've got the latest Atlantic 75th anniversary albums here. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to look at what came in the box today. And I think I'm going to be reviewing the Charles Mingus Pithecanthropus Erectus album that came out in 1956. A legendary record that the critics say is one of the essential recordings to listen to in jazz. I'm actually not that familiar with this record, so I'm pretty excited to open this up and have a listen. We'll talk a little bit about Charles Mingus, talk a little bit about this record. I appreciate you guys joining me, giving the thumbs up, and sharing the videos with other people. A lot of new reviews I've been doing. One of the main focuses of this channel is to talk about working musicians and their records and do the reviews on those records, but also I do still love these reissues. And so here we have them. They come in this wonderful box, all packed nicely. Acoustic Sounds does a fantastic job of shipping their records. They either come in these type of suitcase boxes or they come in those wing boxes with the big wings on them, and they always are in good shape when they show up. So we've got in this shipment the next 3 Atlantic 75th titles, which I'm excited about this one as well, the Wilson Pickett. I'll be doing a live needle drop review on that. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. A lot of reviews coming up of records that you may be interested in adding to your collection. So we have that. We have the Mingus album, which I'll be opening this up today and doing a needle drop on. So stand by. We'll see how this sounds. Talk a little bit about the record. I love playing these for you guys. And leave your comments. I love hearing your comments. This Dr. John, The Night Tripper, Gris. And this is another album I'm not that familiar with. So I'll be doing a live needle drop on this one as well. So again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and you'll see when a new video comes out. These days, I'm doing a review almost every day. I'm doing some kind of a video or a review pretty much 7 or 6 days a week, because on Sundays, I'm doing interviews with these wonderful musicians who are coming on the channel. I hope to have more coming. If you missed this past Sundays with Bria Skomberg, absolutely wonderful conversation with her. She was a pleasure to talk with about this fantastic record that she put out with a great New Orleans sound to it, bluesy. She plays trumpet on here and sings. Wonderful record here on the Cellar label. Be sure to go check out that interview and check out this album. All right, let's go into the Mingus record. Let's open this up and drop it on the turntable. Of course, these Atlantic 75ths are 45 RPM, 2 record sets. If you missed my assessment of this series up until now, I did a few weeks ago and talked about all the titles. I went through them all. Go check out that video. But I've really been impressed with this series. A lot of different genres. You've got rock, modern rock, classic rock, jazz, rhythm and blues. So a lot of cool things being released on this particular in the series. And so I'm subscribed to this. I am number 282. Let me know if you guys are subscribed to this, or let me know what records are your favorites so far out of this series. So this was recorded January 30th, 1956 at Audio Video Studios in New York City. This was Charles Mingus basically not passing out lead sheets in the studio on this one. He taught all the arrangements to the musicians by ear, and so a little bit different than some of the other studio recordings that he had done up to this point. So we're going to have a listen to this. You've got, these are fairly long tunes for the most part. let's go ahead and open this up and we're going to play it. And the best way to review the record, in my opinion, is to drop it on the turntable. I'm going to be putting it on the Fluence RT85 with the Ortophon Blue cartridge into a Shipmoney preamp, going into my Yamaha HS8 speakers. And so far, I've had, out of all of these records, and again, 2 come per, almost all these come with 2 records. There was one that came with 4, the Genesis set, but only 1 warped record out of all of these. And they sent me a replacement just like that. Other than that, these records have been flawless. They all sound fantastic, and I've been pretty happy with the whole collection thus far. Let's go ahead and crack this open. You guys will get the first look here. There's your cool pictures there. Nice. Let's go ahead and pull out the first record. Comes with the Acoustic Sounds brochure here. And it comes with the Atlantic 75th anniversary insert. And we have the Atlantic record here that we'll be taking out and wiping it off, dropping it on the turntable. Again, take a look at the thickness of these jackets, these tip-on jackets. This was mastered by Kevin Gray at Cohearent Audio, I believe, from the original master tape. Pressed a QRP, and of course the gatefold tip-on style stout and printing jacket. Beautiful. And we'll get into who plays on this record here in just a moment. Let me put this over here, pull out the record, we'll drop it on, and see how this sounds in comparison to some of the other Mingus that have been released in this series, which have all sounded pretty good. All right, let me wipe this off, and we're going to have a listen to this. Up to this point, this is, I think, the 4th Mingus in this series on this Atlantic 75th edition. They've all sounded very good. I think the only one that I didn't think sounded as good as the others was the Clown, which is a definitely unique album. But compared to, for example, the Oh Yeah recording as well as the Blues and Roots recording, those are both absolutely astounding as far as the sound quality goes. It sounds like you're in the same room with the guys. So this is, okay, Charles Mingus Jazz Workshop. Let's clean this off. Make sure I got all the particles off. These are usually pretty clean records. Okay, we're going to put on side 1, drop the needle. Let's have a listen. We're going to be listening to the title track. See how this sounds. And then we'll get into who's playing on this record. Tight spindle hole here, so okay. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm on 45 RPM because I think I'm still on 33 here. You don't want to listen to Mingus slowed down, that's for sure. All right, let's see how this sounds. So this is a 36-minute album. You got the title track here, 10.5 minutes. A Gershwin tune, A Foggy Day, on the other side, 7.5 minutes. Then Profile of Jackie, a little over 3 minutes, and Love Chant is almost 15 minutes. Got Jackie McLean on the alto. J.R. Montrose on the tenor. Mal Waldron piano, Willie Jones drums. they come in the QRP sleeve. Inner sleeve. So I would say the recording quality of this one is pretty good. It does has a nice warm sound to it. You really hear the instruments. Doesn't have the depth or the warmth of some of the other ones. It's a very nice sounding recording. Of course, another thing to remember on this is a mono recording, so you have to remember that as well. It's a nice sounding recording. It does have decent warmth to it. The resonance, it's not just quite as resonant and as immediate sounding as some of the later records. Now remember, this record here falls in 1956, so this is fairly early on. It's really kind of his breakthrough record as a leader. When you look at some of his other records, like that's a 59 recording. Blues and Roots is a 1960 recording, just to give you an idea. Oh yeah, it's a 62 recording. So this is earlier. This is a mono recording. A lot of great playing on this. Very historical for Mingus. And again, the critics say this is an essential listen. So I'm not that familiar with this record. I've not listened to this a lot, so it's kind of new to me. So it's kind of more of a reaction video. Just don't go into it expecting it to sound like Blues and Roots, because it's just not that kind of a recording. I always prefer stereo recordings personally, so mono recordings are what they are. A lot of people love them, so I'm not putting them down. I just like to hear a stereo mix, you know. But this is a nice sounding mono recording. Also, this, you know, really is a lot of improvisation going on these recordings for sure. And I did a little reading on the background of the album, and just kind of Mingus telling him what he wants, and them hitting it in the studio, and a lot of improvisation, no lead sheets for the musicians. So definitely very spontaneous sounding. And for you mono enthusiasts out there, you're probably really going to like it. Yeah, really cool record. What I'm going to do is bring it down. I'm going to put on something off the second record, because pretty much it's a song per record. A song per side. So otherwise I'd be playing the whole album for you if I played something off played the whole, all four sides. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. I'm gonna, so far, quiet pressing. You got Foggy Day on side 2. I'm gonna go ahead and play something off of the other record. So let's play Profile of Jackie's only a 3-minute tune. So let's go ahead and put on side 4, which is Love Chant, which is almost 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and drop that on. Have a listen. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the Mingus catalog. What are some of your favorite records? Let me know if you picked up any of the Atlantic 75th, these 45 RPM versions. Tom Dowd is a recording engineer listed. Tom Dowd and Hal Lustig are the 2 recording engineers listed. So far, flat pressings, both records are flat. They've both been fairly quiet, no issues there. So for those of you out there that like mono recordings, you're probably gonna dig this album. It sounds very good, a very clean mix. You can hear everything. It does have some depth to it, some warmth. It's just not gonna be on the level of some of the other records in the series. Musically, though, so far it's been incredible. so I'm really happy with this Atlantic 75th series overall, and it's nice that with this Mingus you're getting a really exposure to a lot of these great recordings through this series. The Clown, Blues and Roots, Oh Yeah. And Mingus was just a genius, in my opinion, when it comes to his compositional skills. And in the studio, you know, a lot of people, a lot of musicians have a tough time in the studio. To me, Mingus gets a very, very rich, spontaneous sound in the studio, almost like he would in the jam session, in my opinion. Even though he was one of those guys that was concerned about the sound of his studio recordings. And one of the first to get into editing his studio recordings. He was one of the really, I think, pioneers of that. Got some more reviews coming up. We'll be doing the Atlantic 75th reviews, but I also have some other Blue Note reviews coming up. The new Bill Charlap record, and the new Charles Lloyd record. So stand by for those. Those will be coming up as well. A lot of new releases. A lot of new jazz releases. I still got Live at Pookie's to do. Couple of other new records that'll be surprises for you guys. Excited about these, so stay tuned, subscribe, and if you're into new music as well as reissues, I think you'll dig some of these reviews, and hopefully they'll help you in deciding whether or not you want to buy some of these records. And I love sharing the new records with you guys. So yeah, it's awesome. Swinging records, so I'm digging it. Another successful release for the Atlantic 75th Acoustic Sound series for sure. All right, folks, I appreciate you guys joining me. Happy listening. Let me know what you think of this one. Take care.